G'day, Bunnies TV viewers. It's Teamless Tuesday, and Bunnies TV is brought to you by Darryl Lee. And at the moment, they've got their chocolate blocks on special for half price at Woolies. So get in there, because Darryl Lee have been making it better since 1927. Now, the team's dropped today at 4 o'clock. And the big news is that JD has gone for Blake Taff and also DSF, Daniel Saluka Fafita, to replace the injured Jed Cartwright and also Tommy Burgess. Now, Tommy was a late withdrawal on Saturday arvo with a back spasms, I think it is, so he's got a bit of a bad back. He hasn't been named. He's having the week off, and Jed Cartwright failed his HIA, and under the new protocols, he's got to have the week off too. So, two pretty good experienced players he's brought in. Daniel Saluka Fafita was probably unlucky not to be there anyway because he's been playing well. Now he gets his chance again. And Shaq is back. Shaquay Mitchell will make his return now. He's been named on the extended bench, but I had a chat to him today at the Rabbitohs Centre at training, and he said he's back, but he thinks he'll just spend some time in the second grade on the weekend getting some game time. That's the plan, but he might have been fibbing, I don't know, but I doubt it. So I think that's what's going to happen. Unless there's an injury, then he might get the call up. Someone else drops out through injury, he might get the call up. So, yeah, we play the Eels. It's Indigenous round. It's a massive contest. And I had a chat to Cody today too. I'll have a chat about that in a minute. So we are first on the competition table. You probably all know that. We are 8-3, and we've had no bye. The Eels are 14th. They are 4-7, and they have not had to bye too. Now, we've got no one live chatting at the moment, so I'll just have a quick look at the live here. Bringing it up. Apologies for the delay, but there you go. So, yeah, so I went out there this morning. Beautiful day it was. Clear blue skies. Hardly any breeze. Perfect conditions for a bit of training. And I filmed a bit of footage, which I've just shared. Filmed some footage for the members, some exclusive members footage. And up for interview today were... Trev Gillis has joined me. Hello, mate. Thanks for dropping by. I know it's a bit late, but I just want to get the show out the way because it's not quite the same doing your Teamless Tuesday show on Wednesday like we've been doing the last couple of weeks. But Trev Gillis, channel member, thanks for your support, mate. So, yeah, they had AJ and Alex Johnston, Cody Walker, and Latrell Mitchell. So I waited around, set up to do Cody. Trell didn't do any separate stuff. And I'd got AJ last week, so I just set up for Cody. And he did so well because by the time he did his media commitments, you probably would have seen on telly a bit of that stuff. Then he had to talk to the reporters for a little while. They kept him for a while. So I waited around, and everyone had just about gone by then. It was just me and Cody, but he was excellent, I thought. He wasn't in a hurry. He was measured. He was speaking a lot of sense. And it was an interview I enjoyed doing. And I've already had some good feedback that people are liking it too. One of those is Bridget from the Borough, whose opinion I value highly. And a shout out to all our friends from the Borough. They asked me to ask about Thomas because Thomas wasn't out on the paddock today. Then I seen on his Instagram he's putting something together by the pool for the kids. So bit of home time for Tommy, which he's probably enjoying. But yeah, Cody was good, and obviously Indigenous round, so he looked good in the jersey. He told me that they've put a lot of thought into this, as always, because our club is renowned for its Indigenous round stuff, the jersey, the story behind it. So it's to pay tribute to the elders in the community. And, yeah, so if you haven't seen that, I'll write down now, I'll put a link in the description of this video, this Team List Tuesday video, so you can have a look. It's a big day for us. The South Players Association are having a little get-together before the game at the Juniors, Kingsford, and then we're all going to get on the light rail to the game, so looking forward to that. And so we haven't actually talked about the team too much. Bit of rattling on. So I think the top 13 is an unchanged lineup. Same 7, Junior and Hame starting with Cookie, Cheeks, Hosty and Cam Murray. And then the bench is now Blake Taff gets his recall, Jai Arrow, Liam Knight and DSF. Benny Lovett's been named 18th man. Richie Kennan 19. Pete Mamazelis 20. Shaq Mitchell 21. And Dangerous Dean Hawkins, Footy Dean, number 22. So that is a massive clash. And I talked about it on my recap show the other day, but there's a huge lineup of entertainment. And Rabbitohs joined us and said, "You always looks forward to Bunnies TV." Thank you, Rabbitoh. Up the mighty Wabbits. A huge lineup, headlined by Christine Anu, and she's going to be playing all of her hits. It's going to be a special occasion, lots of entertainment, legends on the field, Tony Mundine, Mark Ella, JT, GI, just to name a few. We'll be out there so that you can pay tribute to our Indigenous athletes. There's been so many. When I was talking to Cody today, he mentioned Greg Inglis and Eric Sims, and I was going to say, well, even I played with a few. Paulie Roberts, Bruce Longbottom, Graham Lyons, Lester Q. Biles. The list goes on. Plenty of fantastic Indigenous athletes that have played for the Rabbits, that are rugby league legends. And like I said to Cody, I do like Indigenous round. I love it. I love that we celebrate the Indigenous culture of this great nation of ours. Brings people together. We need more of it. Trevor says rattle away. No worries. Yeah, well, that's a good one from Grandpa Bunny. Thanks to everyone who's chatting. He said, "Hi, everyone. Any thought of putting the Rabbitohs icon over the Roosters home sign outside the Allianz Stadium?" Well, I'm hoping it's going to be there soon. Now, I've heard a little rumour there's going to be a meeting soon with the government in regards to this. Let's hope that they can get something sorted for next year. I don't think our logo will be going over the top of the Roosters one, but it'll be up there. Roosters, Waratahs, Rabbitohs. It's where we belong. I'm hoping it's going to happen, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Big clash, 8 o'clock, Friday night, Allianz Stadium in Sydney. And we're going for 7 in a row. Heavy favourites to do that and continue on this run towards the minor premiership and hopefully all the way to the big one. So, yeah, I think he's done well, JD, with the two that he's brought in. Taffy's been unlucky not to be there. It gives us that utility off the bench. And Big Dan, a big body, charging up through the middle. He's never let us down once yet since he's been at the club. We'll move on to the pathways. Now, the curtain raiser is the New South Wales Cup, who have won a couple in a row, I think, maybe more. And they're taking on the Eels. So South's are 10th on the ladder with a 4-6 record. The Eels are 9th on the ladder with a 5-1-5 record. So not much in it between these two teams. Like I said, they've got Shaq coming in to the side. So our side, we've got Jacob Gagai at the back. Now, Josiah Karapani had a good game for the Flegg. He's been moved up to the New South Wales Cup. Now, the Rabbitohs are from the Eora and Gadigal land, and the Eels are from the Darug and Burramadagal clan. So, yeah, that's interesting that they've put that on there on the New South Wales Rugby League or website. So, yeah, there's going to be a curtain raiser. Josiah Karapani drops back. Now, he had a good game in the Flegg at Mascot Oval on Sunday. Stood in the tackle. Gave it to Tyrone Munro unmarked and he scored. So I seen him today and I said that was a good try assist. And he's always smiling. Just like Karapani. He's a good bloke. Another bloke that's always smiling is Dion Tiopa. And he played well as well. And, so Dean Hawkins is the halfback. You know, you've got much the same side that started last time. But Shaq Mitchell appears at number 15 on the bench. So look out for that. We'll move on to the Jersey Flegg. Now, they're playing at Mascot Oval again at 3 o'clock. They play the Eels, who are 6th on the ladder with a 5-4 record. The Rabbits are 5th with a 5-1-3. That's a tidy record, and they're going to want to continue on with that. Our boys in the New South Wales, in the Flegg, now I'll just bring up the Flegg. And Dane Towns is the fullback. So he's gone from coming off the bench to starting at fullback. And I think he's earned that because the try I saw him score was pretty good. Jai Gray put up the bomb and everyone stood there. Here comes Dane Towns, boom, catches it. And then he's got a bit of space and there's a few outside him and they're calling it. Instead of passing to it, he puts it on the toe and the crowd, you could hear him all go, oh. But then it bounced and he got it back and they all went, and cheered and he scored. So he showed a lot of skill there and he backed himself. And now he's moved on to in the number 1 jersey for this star-studded Flegg team. Looks like Jude Saldana's back in the centres. Louis Grosmy, Charles Vargas, that's much the same starting pack. And Isaiah Valelo, he appears on the bench. So I don't think he was there last week. He's a good player. And that man, Tane Woodford, number 17 on the interchange bench. So he was a good story. Tane, come back from cancer, made a return on Sunday. I filmed it. And he had an impact. Couple of really good carries, couple of shots in defence, and then did a charge down near the line, got up, quick play the ball, passed to Tommy Fletcher who scored on the left. So he stayed in the side, come back from a horrendous run of, he did his shoulder last year, had cancer. So that's a great story that kid's back in the side and playing some footy. I spoke to his dad and his uncle and his brother and sister, and they're all, so happy for him. And the bottom line is he was really happy with the fact that he was out there playing some footy. So good luck to him. So I won't keep you as much longer. Bunnies TV is brought to you by, you can see our sponsors there, the Juniors Group of Clubs, Darryl Lee, Barnaby Water, NG Farah. You're watching this on our George's camera, our Canon camcorder, Side Pizza, and also Blast Pit. If I've forgotten anyone, there'll be a link in the description of this video for you to have a look. Click their link, support them. When you go in there, let them know that Bunnies TV sent you. And, big game on Friday. Be nice to get the win and let the other teams worry about what they've got to do. If you're listening to this as a podcast on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, share, please. Tell your friends. And there's plenty of other content on the channel. I got up the highlights package of the Sunday's Flegg game. There's a few YouTube shorts and a bit of other stuff on there. So check out our content. We'll just keep producing it for you here on Bunnies TV. See you later. Bye for now.